What's up, everyone? Mike with this old hot rod. I got something super cool to tell you guys. I have an opportunity to bring my car into Boston this coming weekend, Saturday through Tuesday. My 30 coupe is going to be on display at the Heinz Convention Center for a large, well-known clothing company. What I need to do though is I need to modify my car so it's a delivery vehicle. Any of you guys that are local know this car. There's zero storage space in this car. There's literally enough for two people and a couple of bottles of water behind the seat. So I need to modify the car and create some type of a device or something so it could potentially be a delivery vehicle. You guys will remember the 29 Studebaker that I bought. That car has since been sold. I kept a couple pieces, and one of those pieces that I kept was the big storage trunk that was on the back of the car. I need to make a platform that will slide, or I'm gonna weld it to a trailer hitch. And a lot of you guys are probably like, no, don't put a trailer hitch on your coupe. My car already has a trailer hitch on it. I'm gonna kind of give you a quick overview of what it is I'm actually gonna do. Show you what it's kind of gonna look like. I'm gonna have some graphics that we're gonna do on the car, some door graphics for deliveries, delivery style, like a graphic on the storage trunk. I've been talking to him, the owner, messaging back and forth, thoughts, ideas, different things to come up with. And these are the things that I came up with, and he's super pumped with the ideas and the look that we're gonna have with the car. After this process is done, I'm gonna get the graphics. I'll get the graphics on the car. And then we're gonna trailer the car into the city, offload the car, drive the car into the Heinz Convention Center, and we're gonna get the car all set up. Show you guys what I'm talking about and what we're gonna do. All right, grab some gloves. All right, so this is obviously a 2-inch receiver or 2-inch slide for a trailer hitch. I need to remove this ball and slide this into the back of the car into the receiver. Then I'm gonna start making my measurements off of that. Let's get to work. I get excited for stuff like this because, you know, things like this don't really happen every day, you know? You get a phone call from a friend, leads to something just really cool, you know? I'm probably gonna need that. See what I have for a short length of tubing. It's not very long, but it might work. Or it might break. Here we go. I think. Well, I think the ball's moving. So I obviously don't need the trailer ball, I just need the slide itself. Alright, let's go put this in the back of the coupe, see where we're at, make some measurements, go find some metal stock, which I grabbed a lot of stock from a business that closed down not long ago and left the building standing. I got invited to go down there and grab some stuff. I grabbed some old Ford parts too that happened to be in one of the buildings, so I really lucked out there. So the coupe's kind of close to the fab table right now, so I don't know how much I'm gonna get cut. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just get my template laid out. I'll get a diagram laid out on my table. And tomorrow, when I get back from work, as long as the weather's good, I'll pull the coupe outside and I'll get to work on fabricating the actual rack itself. A little hesitant to cut anything near the coupe, obviously, you know. So I don't want to damage it. Let's get some measurements made and show you guys my thoughts and what I'm gonna do. All right, guys, as I told you, I have a fold-down license plate frame. So that's that there. You can see you probably can't see it. There it is. You see the trailer hitch in there. When I bought the car, it had the slide was in here on this pan. There's like a roll pan underneath the rear of the car. So what I need to do is I need to get that receiver or that slide. It's in my vise. Get that ball removed so then I can build whatever I need to build to get that to mount on the back of the car. Right, so I don't need my boxes here anymore. These are actually parts for my sedan. Thanks for Tim McKinney. He's out of Kansas City, Missouri. Tim sent me some panels for over the doors on my Tudor sedan that I bought not long ago. What do we got going on here? So I think Brad made it so he's something else. Brad made it so you got to put the pin through the top down through the bottom instead of side to side. Yeah. Oh, no, there is one. Alright, so that's right where we're going to start from. So right at the base of that, I'm just about at the top of the taillights, which, like I said, is about where I want to be. Grab a tape measure and a pencil and some paper, and I'm going to figure out what I need to build for a platform. But this is what I need to build, some type of a platform. So I'm just going to build a platform, probably out of just square stock, I think. I'm going to make it so it's slightly narrower than the box itself. So if I'm at 19 on center, 38 total, this will be just a little bit wider than the deck lid, which is perfect. Some square stock here. Make sure I have enough material to build what I need. Alright, so that's my stock. What's going on, guys? Day number 2. I'm out here. I just got home from work. It's kind of late. Sun's going down behind the trees. Pulled the coupe out real quick, and I'm gonna get to work on cutting up this length of box tube. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. I posted up a while ago, told you guys that I had picked up a ratty old two-door sedan. I don't actually think I've showed you guys it, so I'm gonna show you it, but first I'm gonna show you guys what I just got in the mail. Tim McKinney, he's out of Missouri. I posted up on Instagram. He follows the channel, follows me on Instagram, social media stuff. And I posted up online that I needed a couple of panels that go over the doors. I had one of them, I forget which one. I had one, but it was pretty ratty. And he commented and said, hey man, I got a set of these and I don't know where to put them. So I figured your garage is a better place to put them than somewhere in my garage. He said he wasn't using them. I paid for the shipping. I actually still got to send him out a couple t-shirts. So hopefully those will already be on the way by the time you guys see this video. But he sent me these over the, like I said, over the door panels. Both of them. I mean, you know, typically the typical rust, but they're solid, which is perfect. Which I can't really say about the sedan, which I'll show you guys in a second. But he sent me a couple other things in the box, and man, it was just super cool. There's a lot of you guys that'll know the reference with these stickers that I'm going to show you in a second. But sent me this sticker, which is pretty cool. McKinney, Speed and Wool, Raytown, Missouri. Yeah, Raytown, Missouri. Yeah, it's just a super cool little sticker, cool graphic. But the other stickers he sent, I'm a pretty sentimental guy, and you know, you hate to hear about, you know, guys, you know, just losing their life, guys passing on. This hobby is founded by, you know, the older generation that unfortunately now is, you know, getting to the age where, you know, some of them are just passing on, which is just, it sucks. So very fortunate to be able to still get to know some of these guys and talk to them and, you know, buy their cars from them and all this other stuff. But Tim had sent me these stickers, and I don't know if you guys are familiar, but the sticker is, I'm a friend of Bob K. If you spent any time on the ham, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, you'll know who Bob K is. He was a pretty prominent fixture on the ham for quite a few years. I'm guilty of not spending much time on the ham lately, but while I was on there were a lot of threads, and Bob K was always on the top threads. He was a big contributor to the ham back in the day, and he sent me those stickers. Man, I was like, oh, that is just awesome. You know, it hits you right in the feel goods. So I put one on the coupe, and I'm going to save 2 for a couple of people that I think are going to like to have one. So I thought that was a really good spot for that sticker. Very proud to display that sticker on the coupe. Who knows? Maybe I'll save one of the other ones for my 34 coupe. So, anyways, let's go. I'm gonna bring these panels outside, put them out with the sedan. I'll show you guys the sedan, and in the comments, you guys can tell me what you think about it. I don't want to know what I should do with it because you guys will all tell me to build it, and I don't really want to build it. I just want to get rid of it. So I got to do some work to it, but I just want to get rid of it. So this is the sedan. Ta-da! This is the sedan. This is a ratty old seat riser that's useless. This is the visor. So that'll go on the car. This actually snapped on the way home when I was trailering it home. So I got an extra cowl to replace this cowl, which neither one of them are that great, but this one's better than the one that's on the car, that was original to the car. I got a ratty old cowl band with it. Like I said, this extra cowl, that's the panel that goes over the header. I mean, over the door. But you can see the bottom is pretty roached out. Actually, it's like the whole car is pretty bad, to be completely honest with you. Got some punky spots here, obviously. There's no structure left. I got a bunch of the wood for it, with it, or a little bit of wood for it. Got a big old ding in the back corner there. You know, stuff like this. I mean, this is like perfect rat rod material for somebody. So this is why I got the extra cowl, because of this panel here. But like I said, it's pretty crunchy. I got a few other parts that are gonna go with it. One of the frames that I got from the local guy recently, it's gonna go with this as well. These are the doors. The doors aren't too bad. A little spot on the bottom at the belt line that you can see. I think one's got the glass. It's about the same condition there. This one's got the glass in the regulator, and this one's pretty much gutted. That's the two-door sedan. I'm gonna move this thing along pretty soon. But I want to get, you know, these panels on there, get the doors mounted. I got the hinges, I get everything I need to get the doors mounted. So what I'm gonna do is get the thing put on a frame, build a quick floor structure. Not gonna do any sheet metal work on the floor structure. I'll get the doors hung. I'll get those panels attached, and I'll get the visor attached. And then move it along. Looks like there was some Bondo work done here at some point in time. For somebody, it'll make a good rat rod or something like that, but it's nothing that I'm gonna build. So I picked that thing up because I had the opportunity to buy it, do a little bit of work to it, and make a couple of bucks, hopefully. You guys saw I pulled the body off the chassis. I pulled the motor and transmission out of the car last week. Once I got the body off and pulled the motor and transmission out, I realized something. When I originally brought the motor, when I originally brought the chassis with the body on it up top into my driveway last fall, I slid the motor and transmission into the chassis and set it there. I realized that I never made a transmission mount. I didn't have access to it. Well, I did, but the body was on it, and it was a pain in the butt. So I figured I would address that issue after I took the body off, but I forgot. And I didn't realize it till I was cleaning the frame up, fixing some issues with the frame that I remembered. I don't have a transmission mount. So I put the motor and transmission back in. I pulled, I don't know where it is at the moment, but there's like an extra mount that goes underneath the bottom of the transmission with a rubber mount that it sits on. I have my template already built. I have my stock all marked out, ready to cut. I just got to do it. I was going to paint the frame, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to leave it just the way it is, because what I'm afraid of is the bottom half's going to look too nice. I just want it to all look old, except for obviously the wheels. The wheels are painted black. All right, I'm going to get some gloves on, get my safety protection on, and I'm going to get to work on cutting this box tubing out for my luggage trunk. Whoop, almost dropped my phone. All right, people, let's get to cutting some steel. Alright, I gotta grind up a new piece of tungsten. My other one was getting a little short, so I got rid of it. I got the heat range cranked up on this thing right now, so I had to darken up my helmet because it's starting to blind me. Alright. Now what I need to do is sit the trunk on it and figure out exactly how I'm going to mount the trunk to the bracket. Alright, let's go drag the trunk over and put it in the trunk, put the trunk on it. I want to hold it up with something. So it fits on there pretty good. Happy with that, doesn't stick out at all. The frame underneath it doesn't, I'm saying. So I gotta build some type of a bracket because otherwise the lid's gonna open a little too far. Kinda gotta give this thing a cleaning out too. Pretty dingy. So you kinda see in there. Nothing fancy, just a little bit dirty. There's going to be graphics on the doors of the car. That's going to be it as far as the car goes. And then I have another little cooler that I bought for the T. That there's going to be some graphics on that as well. So it's going to be pretty cool. There's a t-shirt brand that's known worldwide that is based out of Boston. They have a store on Newbury Street, and the name of the company is called Johnny Cupcakes. And Johnny Cupcakes got his name for his business. It was a nickname that was given to him, and the nickname stuck. And as a joke, he made a t-shirt with Johnny Cupcake on it, and it's a cupcake with crossbones underneath it, and the brand took off. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's about 15, 16 years ago at this point, but it's a nationally known, worldwide known brand. And he reached out to a friend of mine, Chuck Veranis, who's a photographer, and Chuck reached out to Pete Flavin. Pete Flavin said he really couldn't make it happen with any of his cars. Reached out to me, and I said, yeah, absolutely, I'm interested in talking to him. My coupe will be up at the Heinz Convention Center in Boston on display with Johnny Cupcakes, wicked fast delivery. That's why we're doing all of this. I'm getting this thing ready so I can get the car off to Boston, and I'm just super excited to show you guys, so it's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna measure this out again real quick. I think it's 12 by 37. I'm gonna get a piece of sheet metal cut and get it tack welded on there and drill a couple holes and we'll be done. Cool. Grab your piece of sheet metal. It fits pretty good. What I'm going to do is just going to make a couple of quick marks, run upstairs and get it cut in the shear. And then we'll be all set, ready to go. Alright, the messy garage. Well, I suppose it's not too messy. I cleaned it not long ago, a little bit at least. Someday I'll have all these tools down in the big shop. Someday. Alright, where's my marks? There we go. That is such an incredible tool. For all you new subscribers that really haven't seen the 34, there it is. That's the 34 coupe. It's a 34 5-window. So I stopped building this car in September, not because I wanted to, because I wanted to build the 27T because I was just coming back from the Pine Tree Jamboree up in Maine, the event that we put on, the Tornadoes Car Club. And I was just all amped up. I was super excited to build a flathead powered race car. And that's what I did. So where I left off was I got the front suspension all painted, new bushings put in, reamed a new set of bushings for the kingpins, got the brakes built, threw the headlights and stanchions on. I had just finished doing the firewall. This paint is me from here up. From here down was the original paint that I discovered underneath the black primer. All the sheet metal work's done. Steering geometry's done. I haven't touched the dash because I just really not certain exactly what I was going to do with the dash. So it's a 5-window coupe, like I said. The color of the paint originally was put on the car in 1962 or 1963. The color is Tropic Turquoise. It's a 1958 Chevrolet color. Like an F100 gas tank. Got this mount up here that I built. This is right where I left off. Masking tape's still on here. It's probably all sticky looking, even pulling some of the paint off. Which is okay. But this is all epoxy sealer. Everything that's on this rack, it's all going to be painted white. I have to pull out the axles, pull out the center section, replace this gasket because it was leaking. I'm going to do the axle seals at the same time. And once that's done, put it right back together. I have everything for the brakes. These are my wheels and tires. The wheels are powder coated, brand new 750s. And I got 525s for the front. Motor's an Oldsmobile 371. It's got a bunch of work done to it. And I'm running a mid-60s Ford top loader 4-speed with a Speed Gems adapter. I got a lot of early vintage race parts on this motor. Old chrome fan, old chrome pulley. Motor turns over good. It's a fresh rebuild from back in the day. It's a 4-deuce intake with 97 big logos. Linkage is all said and done, all ready to go. One of these broke unfortunately during shipping, but all ball bearing linkage. NASCAR dimpled old chrome valve covers, early moon breathers, Noxus custom headers, get a Mallory ignition for it. Got a lot of good parts for that car, for this car on that motor. My homemade deck lid hinges. Got a lot of cool stuff. It's got F100 steering, bumped out the frame because that's something they would have done back in the day. Removable transmission cross member under there. You can see that was something I built on the channel. So yeah, the windshield frame's done. I have glass in it. That's in my shipping container. But this is my next step. Get all these pieces painted. Once they're painted, I'll rebuild the rear axle first, and I'll paint the rear axle. Once that's all done, I can put that back in the car, and the car will be a roller. At that point, the T will already be done. Maybe I'll put the T up here or whatever. I don't really know, but this will be, this car will be down in the big shop sometime this summer, and I'll be able to work on this all next winter into next spring, and hopefully be driving this next year. So a lot of people ask me constantly, I get emails and messages, where's the 34? Did you sell it? Did I miss something? I just stopped working on it, which I kind of kicked myself a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but what's done is done at this point. I'm happy the way the T's coming out. I'm happy where I'm at with the T. I like to be driving that this year. That'll put me back onto this. This thing's basically, once I get a little bit of painting done, it's going to just be assembly. You know, wiring, plumbing, things like that. I got a little bit to figure out on the pedals, but because I didn't have a functioning clutch at the time, so I got to figure out the clutch. But you know I definitely have some options. Maybe I'll go with a hydraulic clutch, like a slave cylinder or something like that. Again, I get some options, but I did a lot of work to this car. This car came a long way. So if you haven't seen the build, the videos on this, go back all the way to day one, and you'll see the build on the 34.5 window. So, alright, get this piece of sheet metal cut. Let's get this down in the garage and get this tack welded onto that, and probably wait till tomorrow, drill the holes for the box. I'll get the box mounted tomorrow. Pull the coupe in and call it a night. Alright guys, that's it for me for the night. I'll paint this thing tomorrow. I'm not going to worry about it tonight. I got to pull the coupe in. I don't want to have spray paint flying around and stuff, so you guys all get the drift, you know? So, yeah, night number two on the Cupcake coupe. I'm going to get that coupe in here now, and then go in the house, get cleaned up, and go to bed. Let's do a video of me driving the coupe in. Alright everyone, oh, plug the battery. Let's go put it on the car and see what it looks like. Good thing I'm not going on a road trip. You never see my taillights. I'd have to mount taillights in the trunk. Yeah, see how wobbly it is? I can't have that. Did a quick paint job on the rack that I built last night. I'm gonna go outside, grab that. I'm gonna set the trunk on it, and we're gonna get some graphics applied. Went to my graphic guy's house earlier today, picked these up. Well, actually not really earlier today, about an hour ago. He made a few extras of these because he had space on the paper, I guess. Check it out, pretty cool. All right, let's do this. That's an old cooler. I bought this for the T, 27 Roadster I'm building. Fits in the back of the T. We're gonna bring this with us. So what I need to do is need to put a graphic on the front and a graphic on either side. So obviously this is not really a how-to video, it's just a video. Be right back. Okay, so pretty simple. These small ones are gonna go on the sides. It'll be okay if it's not perfect, you know. They're not gonna stay on here. They're just more or less just to temporarily put on here. Just kind of eyeballing it up. This is the main logo right here, the cupcake and the crossbones. That's what made him so famous, I guess, you know? I didn't realize there was a drain on the side, so this one's going to have to be up just a little bit higher. So what I might do is I may actually pull the other one off and match it. Now my vinyl guy said if I hit this with a little bit of heat, it'll activate the glue a little bit more and make them stick a lot better. But I'm not going to do that. Because like I said, I'm going to be taking them off here anyways. Alright, so those are good. We got a couple extras of those. These two are for the car doors. I'm going to go throw these on the roof of the car for now. This is for the large trunk. We'll throw this on the roof also. And then this one, oh, he made an extra one of these too, I guess. He didn't trust me. Alright, that's done. So we get the ends. And then the front. Johnny Cupcakes! Alright. This one's a lot bigger, so I'm gonna take my time here and make sure this one's good to go. 29. So I had my vinyl guy do the graphics for the trunk and the cooler in matte finish. So it kind of gave an older look to it. Whereas the car I did semi-gloss. But like a gloss finish. All right, everyone, all that's left now is the car. But Allie just called, and I gotta go up and eat dinner because if I don't, she's gonna eat without me. So I'll come back out later, and we'll wrap up the car. I'll do the, actually, you know what? I'll wait. I'll do the doors on the coupe tomorrow. It's Thursday. It is a crappy day outside. I was hoping I could pull the coupe out today, give it a quick bath, do like a Windex wipe down or something like that, but I think what I'm gonna do is just wipe the doors down real quick, slam these graphics on the car, and kind of call it a day. It's supposed to be really nice out tomorrow, Friday, and I'll probably just pull the car out then, kind of go through it, make sure everything's good, wipe the white walls down, you know, just kind of give it a quick cleaning. I really haven't done that this year anyways, so it's a perfect time to do it. Let's do it. I don't know that I can get the camera over to the passenger side, so let's just do the driver's side. So that's where I think I'm gonna put my graphic. All right, guys, Saturday, it's afternoon. Kind of dragged my feet a little bit this morning. I had the opportunity to head to Johnny Cupcakes. His name's Johnny Earl, so I had an opportunity to head to Johnny's shop and to park the car out front of his shop for a few hours before the convention center opened up for me to bring the car into. But just the logistics of it weren't really going to work. So because of parking, and I wouldn't have anywhere to leave my truck and trailer, and it's just going to be a nightmare. So it's about 1 o'clock. The coupe's all loaded up. White walls are all shined up. She's all ready for the prom. You see the logo, his logo on the door, looks good. Again, got it all cleaned up. I drove the car quite a bit these past few days because I had to get the fuel out of the car. Probably only a few gallons left in the car, so I gotta be careful, you know, driving it, because when it gets a little low, it runs out. The way the tank's designed, the way Brad built the tank, there's no reserve, or you know what I mean. It runs out of gas even though there's still some fuel in the tank sometimes. So it's happened to me twice. So leaving Middleborough, the coupe in tow, headed to pick up Allie, and then heading to pick up my buddy Pete Flavin of the Tornadoes Car Club, the world-renowned, world-famous Peter Flavin, hot rod builder extraordinaire. And we're gonna bring the coupe into Boston. So I'll have the GoPro going. Whoops, I put the truck in the wrong gear. I'll have the GoPro with me, Brought an extra battery. It's hot. It's 85 degrees right now. It rained overnight, so I've been waiting a little bit for the roads to dry up. I didn't want to tow the car up to the city with the wet roads and have all the road crap get on the car, you know? So I kind of dragged my feet, and roads are all dry now. Sun's out. It's hot. I'm sweating just doing nothing. And we're on our way. So, see ya. Off to Boston. Johnny Cupcakes. Hey, yo, Johnny Cupcake. Hey, yo, guy. Hey, Johnny Cupcake. Cupcakes. Hey, yo, Johnny Cupcake. Hey, yo, guy. Hey, Johnny Cupcake.